Hey, it's Mike back with you. Just wanted to do a quick video here with some cool little ideas that you can do airbrushing. Here I've got a panel that I've taken Scotch-Brited, just a little thin metal panel, but I've Scotch-Brited it with just the red Scotch-Brite pad, which is like a 400 grit. Then I've used the Sim. I love the Sim rattle can primers, even the paints, because these are like automotive paints, or not like, they are automotive paints, but they've got a great nozzle on them that allows you to spray a pretty good pattern. Not as good as, of course, an automotive gun, but like my Iwata guns, but they do a really good job. So this one here is a gray. This one here is a black. Now these are self-etching, so basically what self-etching is, you wouldn't even have to sand a panel. You could, if it had paint on it, of course, you could go ahead and just shoot right over that and you wouldn't have to, but I still like to sand. You can use other primers as well. This is just what I wanted to show you. It's what I've got here. So I'm going to use black and gray. What we're going to do is take the gray. Of course, you always shake them up good. You hear the marble in the roll around. Always give them a really good shake before you use them. Test it out here to the side somewhere. Make sure it sprays good. And just start spraying the direction you want to go. This panel we're going to do like a crack, like a cracked stone. So I just chose to go this direction. You can go whichever, straight up, and it don't matter. It's your panel. You do what you want. I'm just showing you what I'm doing here. But you hear the nozzle. I'm on and off, on and off, on and off. I'm not holding my finger on it. I'm just on and off of it, on and off. And I'm probably, I don't know, about 6 inches away from the panel. Now what we're looking for is some splatters. We actually want to get some splatters here. So if you get splatters, don't worry, because this is going to be stone, and that's what we want, is we want those splatters. So switching to black. Now I'm holding a little farther away and just kind of almost throwing it, misting it as I throw it like that, because I want to get those splatters. It's a cool little technique. Now see there, I got some pretty good splatters. You can kind of see them right there. Don't worry about that on this type of panel, because we're going after that stone look, okay? So it's not a big deal. So if you get some, who cares? It's actually going to give your panel a little bit more texture look. Get some dark spots here, who cares? Don't worry about it, because stone is going to kind of have that anyway. I'm switching back to the gray. Now I'm going kind of that throw it technique, kind of like throw the can at it and spray at the same time. Here little short sprays. Okay. All right. Let's kind of let that dry a little bit. I'm going to grab the air hose here, and here's another. And I've got this turned down to about 60. I'm just going to go over it easy to help speed this video up, because this stuff dries pretty quick. We're just going to speed it up, kind of air dry it a little bit for the sake of the video. Try going over, drying it. Now the purpose of this is just to kind of show you some things you can do. You can do this very same thing with airbrush, which I do personally. I do it with the airbrush, but I'm showing you some things you can actually do with this, with rattle cans. So what I'm using is, this is a 3M tape, 1.5 inches. Tearing off some here. I'll turn the camera here a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So you can see I've got like a lint shirt on. So I'm just gonna kind of stick it to my shirt. I really want to get it where it's not so sticky, where it's so tacky. Use your shirt and the lint off your shirt or off your jeans, either one will work really good for this. Okay, I'll turn it back to the panel now. Now what I'm going to do is just take this and just kind of tear it. Just kind of tearing it down through here. This is not going to be a perfect edge, and I don't really want a perfect edge. So we're just going to kind of tear it down through here. We'll take this one, kind of stick it right there. We're going to take the other one. We're going to just kind of go through here. Now, tape don't like to turn corners. We could actually use this other tape, 1 3/4. It'll turn corners way, way better than what this here will. Just give you some ideas. Now just along the edge, you're just going to kind of push down the edges a little bit here. Of course, this don't have to be perfect by no means at all. Because a piece of stone actually is not going to be, it's not going to be perfect. So I'm tearing off another piece of the 1.5 inches. Back to sticking it on my shirt here. Turn this so you can see. You can see I'm just putting on my shirt. And that's going to make it less sticky, less tacky, so it won't stick so hard. And I'm just coming down below this just to make it a little extra line here to give it more area so we don't get a hard edge down here. We're not going to be spraying that hard, so it's not like we're going to be blasting it. Now I'm going to lift this up and kind of make it, it's kind of make a paint wall. So just lift this up like that. That's going to kind of make a wall so this paint will kind of stay up here more so than here. And if it does drift here, it's not going to leave a hard edge. That's the point. Now we're going to take our black, give it a shake. We're going to test it out here on the side, on the side of our panel here where I've got paper just to, and you can see I've tested a lot of stuff out here. That's the reason you want to do this, have some paper out the side where you can test, like with your airbrush, or in this case can, to make sure it's going to spray good before you hit the panel. Now we're just going to follow this edge where we taped. Kind of like that. And that's basically kind of what we're after. Just going to let that dry. Just a little bit here. We may just take the air hose real quick and help it. All right, now we're just going to kind of peel this off. Okay, you can kind of see, just gave us a little bit of an edge. Now you can do this reverse order. You can do it to where you have the paint up and you're spraying the edge down. This is just the way we're going to do it in this one. You can do it either way. It don't matter how you do it. Okay, so what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to come in with the airbrush and we're going to start creating cracks down through here. We're just going to make cracks and basically really start making this panel punch out. And we're going to, you know, mix up black and use black in that. But we'll go ahead and let this dry and just leave it alone. We'll come back in the next video and we'll do the black. I'll pull the camera off here and I'll show you what else I'm working on here. So this is the Tri-Glide that I'm working on, the Harley Tri-Glide. You can see I've got these other fenders here. And then like in here, see where I've got some repairs that I'm doing. So in the next videos, when we get done with this little panel in here, we're going to start coming into this, working on this, and I'll be showing you how we're going to do these different panels here. We're going to do a military theme, so it's going to be pretty cool. We're going to have a lot of different logos, military type logos, things like that. We're going to be doing some fire on it with a killer eagle. So I'll see you in the next video and we'll get started with some of these other projects. Okay? See you then.